The first thing that I thought of for myself as something that was an artwork, or that I made that was an artwork, was actually photography. And black and white photography is an area that I started in when I was a child. But I was always interested in architecture, and that sort of interest led me into this type of work that I make now. In some ways I have pretended to be this archaeologist in the future, almost as if these works had been buried, these objects had been buried in the ground for 1,000 years and had been uncovered. And part of the way that I'm generating this sensation is through the shift of materials. So these pieces here in this exhibition are cast in crystal, a kind of material that has some relationship with geology, time. Much of what I do is the kind of manipulation of materials, whether it's these materials that are related to geology, or in the case of the draped figure that's in the other space, it's the manipulation of the architectural surface. I never really try to be prescriptive about the type of thing that I'm trying to convey. My sort of job, as I see it, is to create a kind of world, like a universe, that all of these works can exist inside of. But I would say that the kind of overarching position that the work takes is this idea that it's the kind of alteration of things that we already know. My sort of first love was photography, but I've worked in painting. In addition to my own practice, I run a kind of architecture, a conceptual studio called Snarchitecture, which sort of floats between art and architecture. But stage design, I'm premiering a film in a couple of weeks in Miami. And it's a short film, but it's really, you know, much of the time when I'm making my sculptural work, I'm sort of inventing a personality or a persona to embody while I'm creating this work. And it occurred to me that there could be a larger gesture in which I would sort of convey the fiction around this work. So the film sort of follows an archaeologist in the future uncovering one of these objects.